Today's date is August 8th, 2011. Time in is 2:51 p.m. It is Monday, the beginning of the week, and I'm reading Module 5 lecture from my business class, Business 340, Ethical and Legal Issues in Business, from Grand Canyon University. Introduction. Employment laws and regulations. Since its inception, the United States has passed laws, issued executive orders, and promulgated regulations designed to influence the employment relationship. These laws and orders have dramatically impacted the relationship between employers and employees. The sole contract of employment conditions and authority has been drastically modified so that many business concerns are now unaware and or not filthy. Cognizant of the many laws and regulations that impact them on a daily basis, listed below is a summary of the major federal employment laws and their purposes. Media pieces goes here. What is that? Okay, it is vital for owners, management, and employee to develop a working knowledge of these laws, as it is incumbent upon students' successful development in their employment role. These and other laws are critical to all in the employment sector. They illustrate how legal policies are developed over a period of time as societal needs are perceived and responded to. Corporate culture as a key part of ethical and DIS. There are at least four sources of development or identifying values for responsible business ethics. They are 1. Legal regulation, 2. Individual values, 3. Professional codes of ethics, 4. Organizational codes of ethics. One of the major points of confusion to many individuals attempting to make both personal and business decisions is what is legal unethical versus illegal ethical. That is to say, that some decisions that are interpreted to be completely legal may be highly unethical at the same time. The exact opposite can also be true. To understand the ethical legal relationship in America is to realize that many ethical values frequently become law and that legal regulations can reflect the society's ethical values. This was reflected in the ethical commitment to equal opportunity in the Civil Rights Act of 1964. Laws have become a significant basis of values for business ethics. Many businesses and professionals organizations refer to laws when developing their codes of conduct. At least 5 major ethical rules can be drawn for these laws, including 1. The respect for freedom and citizen rights. 2. The significance of acting in good faith. 3. The responsibility of exercising due care. 4. The seriousness of honoring confidentiality. 5. Refraining from conflicts of interest. Conducting oneself ethically can be difficult at times. Everyone makes mistakes. Everyone is tempted. It is nearly impossible to be perfect. If one desires to be ethical and work diligently toward achieving a goal, one will be rewarded. There is satisfaction in the attainment of ethical business decision making. The key to ethical decision making is the desire to be ethical and having the will to achieve this challenge. Ethical decisions are not always the easiest decisions to make. The sanctions of professions and corporate codes and the threat of legal punishment can and usually do diminish or eliminate any potential harm one would cause to individual and or society. One who engages in unethical conduct may never be discovered, lose his job, or be arrested, but he will never experience the spiritual satisfaction that accompanies sound ethical judgment. Personal ethics and corporate cultural impact on EU. The primary source of ethical consideration for business decisions is derived from the individual. Anyone can inform another individual as what he or she thinks is right or wrong. Managers, agencies, and organizations can mandate sanctions for failing to live up to their expectations, but only you can develop ethical behavior patterns and actions to be honest, fair, and to serve the public good. The knowledge of how to attack ethically in every business situation is not attained easily. Business situations can be exceedingly complex. Creating sufficient rules to cover all possible ethically challenging situations are impossible, even if they could all be identified. Proactively, 5 questions can help students explore ethical values before making personal or workplace decisions. about what to do. 1. Is my contemplated action right or wrong? 2. Would I want to share my actions with my friends, my employer, and the news media? 3. What I want others to act as would I want others to act as I want contemplating as I am contemplating? Would I want others to act as I am contemplating? Will this action cause harm to others or to the environment? Will my actions violate the law or its intent? These questions will help you explore the depths of your ethical values. Is there hesitancy in your response? Can you freely communicate your contemplative actions to those that know you well? Are you exposing committing? Are you exposed? Are you espousing, committing, or conspiring the commission of illegal acts? Remember, it is your ultimately develop. Remember, it is you that ultimately develops and determines your terminal value system and what actions you are willing to take to form your legacy. Managerial ethical dilemmas in the workplace. The primary goal of all businesses operating in capitalistic society is to produce profits on an ongoing basis. The stockholders demand it and take action to enforce its continued attention. Actions to enforce its continued attention. These profits motivate a society's entire economic system, provide for the common good by creating jobs and fulfill social needs for goods and services. Unfortunately, the financial focus of these aspirations can have a dramatic impact on as to how they are achieved. Do the ends justify the means? What is society willing to do to ensure the profitable perspective strive for to permeate a particular company and a particular industry? An emphasis on corporate profits also can conflict with some ethical standards. How profit is made becomes less important than the fact that it is made. Various business scandals have illustrated this point. Individuals perform unethical acts as part of a group that they would never do alone. This is why they recognize that the same pattern can be observed in corporate behavior. Within corporations, hiding or modifying data that would impact the bottom line becomes easy for managers. In corporate life, overlooking the unethical behavior of a superior is easy when everyone else does. I was just following orders, or that's the way we do things around here, are common rationalizations in the business community. Groups typically feel a limited sense of responsibility for collective decisions and actions that invite ethical determinacy. In overemphasizing profit, the group effects increases the complexity of an ethical business environment. Conclusion. Both laws and ethics need to be taken into consideration in order to develop a successful, adaptable long-term business. The business community should be composed of individuals who are able to both thrive and reflect on those type of concerns that face various elements of society on a continuous basis. Management and owners must act as role models for values they wish to espouse and work towards ongoing goals for corporate employees to share. That is the end of Module 5 lecture reading. Okay.